Hi, Schlockmeister fans. He loved his mother. He loved pretty girls. All dead. It's the killing kind. Let's watch. Our movie starts under a pier. This girl named Tina is being pursued by several guys. And not pleasantly. They're about to attack her. That's Terry. The other guys basically force Terry to rape her. They rape her too. And he freaks out. Fast forward a few years later and Terry has come home.
Terry?
Apparently that incident put him away for a while.
Oh my God.
That's his mama.
They let you out.
Gonna let me in?
Well, why didn't you let me know? I would have picked you up. This time lost. You could have made something with yourself, you know. With your songs.
Maybe I'll write one about that shitty lawyer.
I know you didn't touch that, Tina. The other boys you were with, yes. But
Mama's kind of in denial a bit too. Although she has a point this time.
Her, did you?
Yes, that's Shirley Feeney. The actress Cindy Williams. She plays Lori Davis here. She's going to rent a room in the house.
Yes. Hi, remember me? Lori Davis? I looked at the room yesterday.
Oh, yes, I remember.
Well, I'll take it.
I don't know.
Oh, I hope you haven't rented it.
Hours of the night.
A couple of residents
Don't
also
you hear it
here.
from your room?
Louise and her grumpy father. Look up the film The Attic sometime.
It bothers me.
You'll see these two again.
Where are my glasses?
Well, Terry is a disturbed individual with some mommy issues. He's also a little horny, too. That's him spying on Lori. Now, is he killing the cat there? Looks like he might be. Out of the blue, he decides to call Tina, the girl that he raped.
Hello?
Tina?
Yeah?
You still as pretty?
Who is this?
You still do it under the pier?
Is this furry?
No.
Remember that cat he was holding? The next day, Terry and Lori seem to be frolicking and having a good time together in the swimming pool. Could a romance be brewing? And will Mama allow it? He ends up dunking her several times. It gets a little rough. And almost drowns her. One night Terry goes out and he stalks Tina, chases her in his car. He does more than stalk her. Terry catches a rat. Lovely guy, Terry. Louise tries to befriend Terry.
Sometimes I have this terrific urge to put ground glass in my father's food.
Again, check out the movie The Attic.
Really?
She gets horny with him. Terry argues with Mama too.
Bastard son!
He doesn't know who his daddy is.
Fat whore! You're nothing but a fat whore.
Terry decides to pay a visit to his former lawyer.
Tough. I mean, women are supposed to be soft and cuddly, and they smell so sweet and pretty, don't they? She was really sweet, that one.
And he promptly slices her. He forces her at knife point to drink a lot of alcohol until she gets drunk and passes out completely. And then he burns her to death.
Here we are, baby. Come.
Mama's a little weird.
I can see you.
What the hell are you doing? Get out of here, come on!
Terry is plagued by weird dreams, too. You know where Game of Thrones got that line from.
You're too much or just too
A little
much.
too affectionate, are they?
Yes, you are too much. Oh, honey. Oh, baby. Come on, now, stop. Stop it. Go on and get that thingamajig and fix the shower. I'll fill you to mouth something.
Terry was having a
He's
calm
still young, you know.
chocolate milk with his mom,
He got plenty of time.
and he just freaked.
Well, I hope it works.
Here he is fixing Lori's shower.
Say, while you're at it, you think you could take a look at this toilet?
What's the matter with the toilet?
It flushes by itself.
Flushes by itself, huh?
Lori decides to come on to him.
What's the matter? Don't I turn you on? You're crazy.
Yes, he is. He ends up choking her to death and drowning her in the bathtub. Mama finds him in Lori's place in her room. And then she finds Lori.
Oh, Jesus.
And Mama hatches a
Now, no.
plan.
Small you.
Yes, and make sure that it fastens onto the car properly. We don't want any accidents. And speak to no one, yeah? Terry. Oh, my God, come right back.
So Mama decides to help him dispose of that body. Into a garbage can. So they go to an all-night junkyard. That's a hand. I don't think it's the best planning here, but they just take that garbage can and drop it down. guess that garbage can opened up on its way down. And Louise must have seen them taking that garbage can away with the body in it, because she's calling the police.
Operator, may I help you?
Operator, get me the police, please.
Mama decides to get the rat poison. She knows there's really no other thing to do. So she gives him some chocolate milk with the rat poison, and Terry starts to fall asleep on her.
Nothing's going to hurt you now. Sleep. Baby.
Our movie ends with the sound of police sirens. Alright, let's talk about The Killing Kind. This is a movie that I saw the very first month I had cable, which was March of 1982. I watched it that month. I actually had a babysitter over that night, and we were watching TV, and that came on, and we watched it. I think I watched most of it, if not all of it. And then I didn't see it again for years and years and years and years and years. What happened is, a few years later, we got a VCR, and I had saved all my old cable guides and wrote down every movie. I went through every guide and said, I basically made a list. If these movies ever come back on cable, I'm going to tape them. And that list ended up being 143 movies long. And one of the last movies I was able to find was The Killing Kind. Was not available on VHS in any of the stores in my area. I didn't even know if it was available on VHS at all. But eventually I somehow tracked it down. I think when I started working at a video store in the late 80s, early 90s probably it was, my boss there somehow found a distributor who had the movie. So I bought it, big clamshell box. I'm very, very happy to see it. It was awesome having that movie finally after all those years. And it's actually a pretty darn good movie. Watched it in 2012 when I reviewed it for my old channel. Watched it again today. I've watched it a few times over the years. It's very disturbing, actually. The director's name is Curtis Harrington. He did, I think, Who Slew Auntie Roo. He did Night Tide with Dennis Hopper, I think in the late 50s, early 60s, whenever that was. And he did this one here. And we basically have a guy who was involved in a gang rape, although he wasn't really into it. They kind of forced him into it. Nonetheless, he went to jail for a couple of years. I think he may have gone to some sort of home, too. He's very disturbed, a disturbed individual, and I think a lot of it comes from in relationship with his mother. They have some sort of weird, overly friendly relationship, and she tends to look the other way at some of his antics. They get a little kissy at one point, and I don't know, it's just kind of odd and disturbing. And eventually Terry starts killing people here and there, and his mom finds out about it after he kills Cindy Williams in the bathtub, and then she decides to help him out. Let's go hide the body. So they hide the body in a garbage can, dump it, and then turns out Louise, a patron in the house, I guess, saw them take the body away, so she calls the police. By the time the police are there, though, Mama realizes that her son is too mentally disturbed, and she decides to kill him by poisoning his chocolate milk with rat poison. There you go. Incidentally, Louise and her invalid father, who was in the wheelchair there, were the same characters who did a movie a few years later called The Attic. Another one I reviewed back on my old channel, which I'll review again soon. Different actor and actress, but same characters. It's because the same writers who wrote this movie wrote that one as well. So anyway, it's called The Killing Kind. This was released by Dark Sky. It's available on Amazon pretty cheaply, about $7 to $10 or so in that range. So you can get this movie, and it's really good. There's an interview on here with the director. It's widescreen. The film print looks pretty darn good for what it is. Definitely check this out. It's called The Killing Kind, and I highly recommend it. Watch it. Let me know what you think about it. Leave some comments down below. We'll talk about it. It's called The Killing Kind. Watch it. Bye.